Hi everybody, I'm Joey and this is my second try to go live with my class to go today. We're working on translucent florals and I was started live and started making my card, and then I lost internet. Then I had to reboot my phone. I couldn't get it pulled back up. I was crooked and it wouldn't straighten. It went sideways and it wouldn't go straight again. So I'm sorry if you were watching and I lost you. I'm back. So say hi again. I hope you've come back to watch, and if not, you'll be watching the replay hopefully. So if you're watching on Facebook, please like and follow my page so you don't miss any of my posts or my live videos. And then as well, if you're watching on YouTube, I would thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what you're watching today. Today we are talking about a set that's in the new mini catalog, the brand new Christmas, well, we call it the holiday mini catalog. Stampin' Up calls it the September through December holiday catalog. And we're going to take a look at translucent florals today. It's a brand new set that I feel like kind of makes a nice transition from summer to fall. It's still pretty warm here in the Midwest. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it's still fairly warm. It's been a little cooler today and yesterday, but we're not quite out of summer quite yet. Okay friends, I'm going to click down here and I'm going to click a toolbar, and that's going to make you go upside down. As I said in my earlier video, today is the first day of the holiday mini catalog. So I know some of you are hearing this twice now. I'm sorry about that, but we're working with translucent florals, which I said before, and it is on page 56. So on page 56, and these samples are fairly, to me, they don't really grab your eye as to how beautiful this stamp set really is. But I hope I can show you today that I feel like it's very versatile. I think you can even make masculine cards with it. So I got started. We've already done this much on it with the dies. This is Pebble Path ink and Cherry Cobbler ink. And then I've got my greeting stamped in Cherry Cobbler as well. I was talking earlier. So, yes, all right, let me finish that thought. I was talking earlier about one of my viewers and friends was saying, did I get everything I wanted? And the answer is, even though I got up at 4 o'clock, for us, I live in the Midwest, we're on Central Time Zone, and the catalog went live at 3. I did not stay up. I just thought there's no point in it. I won't even be able to think at 3 anyway. But I put my computer and my lists are all typed up and everything right next to the bed and my laptop. And then I knew I'd wake up, that I wouldn't sleep through the night. So I did wake up about 3:45. I got up. I started right away putting in my order. Well, I didn't get out of bed, but I sat up in bed and I got my laptop out and my lists out and started putting in my order. I had everything in it except the DSP that was already unavailable even before the catalog launched. But I had all my ribbon available and everything, and then when I went to check out, one of the ribbons didn't check out. It just came right off my order. So between 3 a.m. Central Time, and well, 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Central Time, the copper and natural ribbons sold out. So that's a bummer. It'll be back. It'll be back October 23rd, but that makes it a little late for my ribbon shares. I think it's possible that I have enough ribbon to meet my ribbon shares. I just didn't have enough for my class of 8 that was going to order it, that I was going to order it for, because those are the samples I made. So I had to make another choice. I always do put on my class sign-ups, please understand that if something's unavailable, I will switch products of the same value, which I did. But, you know, it's always disappointing when you have designed with particular things and then you can't get them. But the stamp set's available and the dies, and they're gorgeous. That's called the Autumn Leaves stamp set, so that's still there. The DSP and the ribbon are sold out. The dots are actually now sold out as well. But the paper is coming in September 11th. So we should be good for the paper. For my paper share, I think I'll still be able to complete my paper shares for my people that ordered the paper share. Okay, this is a new, these are new gems. They're called Adhesive Back Glitter Sequins. And there's a clear and a blue and a green, obviously. I'm going to use the clear ones here on my card. Let's put one down here. These are so sparkly. They're just really, really pretty. And let's put one more big one up here. Now, if you're giving this to a man, you might not want to put the sparkles on it. I think it's kind of fall wintry looking, so I would be okay putting the sparkles on it for my brother or my husband or some of the other men in my family. But if you're not a big fan of that, then, you know, just leave the jewels off. It's still pretty just the way it is. While you're looking at that, so here's my original and here's my new one that we made today. Now these cards are part of my weekly class to go this week, trying to get myself pulled up on my computer, which is not really wanting to pull me up. But it's part of my weekly class to go, and you get 2 each of the three cards we're going to make today. All the supplies for them cut, and plus a PDF tutorial for your $35 order. If you order $50 or more, you get your name on my new prize chart. I'm trying to make it to Mexico, friends. I haven't earned the incentive trip yet, and I have a long way to go, but I'm trying to give back to you if you order from me, which I really appreciate it. So this is going to be our Make It to Mexico prize chart, and we're going to do, well, I said piñata, but then I switched to tacos. So you're going to get a taco for every $50 order, and you're going to get 2 tickets this week instead of just one in the prize jar for gift certificates. So I'm giving away a $25, a $50, and a $75 gift certificate once we do the drawing, once we get to the end of September. So if you use this host code, you have to use the weekly host code in order to get into the drawing. So just make sure you do that. Last month's drawing, our August drawing, was for the Little Dreamer stamp set, and then the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper, and Carla Hofek is the winner of that, and I let her know yesterday, so she'll be getting that very soon. Okay, okay, you're back. Some of you are back on. Hi, Carol and Kelly. Oh, thanks, Kelly. No problem. And Julie, Pebble Path is becoming a favorite. Love with cherry colored. Me too. I don't know. I thought this was so pretty. I thought the music staff, which, by the way, there are clefs on this music staff, so I appreciate that, being a musician, and a lot of you probably are musicians out there too, and even if you're not, you should want your clefs to go the same way. I mean the right way, up and down. So there is that card. Okay, there's card number 1. Let's go on to card number 2. I really did a lot of different color combinations for this to kind of try to show the versatility of this stamp set. So for this one, we're going to use, let me get all my bits out for this one. See if I've got everything. I think I do. I should have 2 leaves here, hopefully. I did most of the die cutting, although it looks like I'm going to be doing some more here. Do you ever do this where you have everything all ready and you know you had all the parts for it when you started, and then all of a sudden you don't have all the parts? Let me look one more time. It should be in the envelope. Let me dump out the envelope again. Well, never mind. Let's just cut another leaf. All right, so we've got this paper is from this is the one, I think, this with the meadow. In my first video I said I was using paper from the Winter Meadow on the other card, but then I corrected it, and that was Joyful Christmas. Let's double check this and make sure I'm talking about the right thing, because I'm still learning the names of my papers. So yeah, this one is Winter Meadow. It's on page 37 of your catalog. This is just a gorgeous suite. We're going to use this one or this one. It's just a little tiny sneak peek in the corner. So that's your Winter Meadow suite. And I would say this, my friends, do not delay getting the things you really want. Just don't do it. Just go ahead and jump in and get what you want. Hi, Kathy. It's just, supply chains are still tricky. I'm not sure why that is, because we're past COVID, but it is what it is. So let me grab my foil paper. There's a pack of foil paper in the new mini that is, this is pink, Mellow Mambo, and then Granny Apple Green. We're going to use the Granny Apple Green. You get 2 sheets of 12 by 12 of that. And, you know, what's a holiday without some sparkle in it? Or some shine and gleam. They're really pretty. I've just started working with these products, so I don't have a lot of things made. I'm trying to look for my top plate. Sorry, kids, I'm usually not quite so discombobulated, but it's been a morning, starting at 4 a.m. I have a clearer plate, and that's what I was looking for, so you can actually see better what I'm doing, but hopefully you can see enough. It'll turn up here. It's got to be here. You can't just lose a cutting plate out of the blue. But it's just been crazy. And then, of course, I was wound up about trying to get my order in and not getting everything I'd hoped to get, and trying to figure out how am I going to make this work for my people, my customers, my friends, everybody that was hoping to get some of the new things. And, you know, in perspective, I did get almost everything out of the lots of things that I ordered. It wasn't very many. It was only a few that I couldn't get, but still, you like everything to be available, and you like everybody to be able to get all their stuff. But anyway, we're moving on. We're gonna just smile and keep moving. All right, now we're gonna take this really beautiful flower and use Blueberry Bushel. So I kind of went from fall through winter, and then my last card, I'm not sure what season we're gonna call that, but we're gonna start with this one, Blueberry Bushel, and I think I didn't stamp it off. Okay, now I want to show you something about this. So, can you see all the little speckles on this? That is not the stamp. What that is a really new ink pad that is just really saturated with ink. So in order to change that, I'm just going to take just a plastic spoon, and I'm going to just push down the ink, and then I'm going to try this again, because I would prefer those little speckles not be there. So let's try again. Tap, tap, tap lightly, and then we'll stamp. And then see what a difference it makes. Isn't that gorgeous? It's such a gorgeous stamp set. It really is. And I think it really does go well from summer to fall. And I think you can even make a winter card. This is going to be a winter card that we're making today. Then we'll go ahead and get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine back. And then we're going to die cut this guy. In the meantime, I found my clearer plate. So hopefully that's a little help for you. If you're getting an image like this with your stamps, it's not the stamp, it's the ink pad. So let's get this set up. So, and it's just such a gorgeous stamp. I wanted you to be able to see exactly like Stampin' Up! Created it to stamp, not like what happens when you've got too much ink on your ink pad. Now, I don't scrape it off because that's kind of a waste of ink, but if you get too frustrated with it and you don't want to push down the ink with a spoon, you can take a credit card and just gently, very gently, so you don't tear your foam pad, go ahead and sorry, I'm trying to think about what I'm doing. Go ahead and use a credit card to just gently pull off a little bit of the ink. Just kind of lightly scrape it off. And then you'll get the same effect as me pushing it down with a spoon. Okay, so now we've got this, and that's actually the only thing we're going to die cut on this card. Let me just pull all this off of here. And we're ready. Now we're ready. We have to one more stamping thing, and then we're ready to put our card together. I'm going to grab my garden green ink here. And then I'm going to grab my congratulations stamp. And let's go back and see if I've got, I should have a little piece of white here. Yeah, here we go. There's my leaves. Okay, that goes on that. Let's stamp this. And if I haven't reminded you on this video, I know I did on the first one, but now I don't remember what I said on that one and what I've said on this one. You can get 2 each of the cards I'm showing today. All the supplies for them free with a $35 order that uses this host code. And thank you for the orders that have already come in today. I really appreciate that. I'll show you my chart as I'm trying to earn the Mexico trip, so you can kind of see where I am and how, if I'm making progress. I'm making progress, definitely making progress, but I still have a long ways to go. But you know, if it happens, it happens. I'm going to work my tail off to try to still earn it. I do work hard all year, actually, so that's not anything new. But I'm giving an extra push this month because I'd really love to earn it. Alrighty, so now we've got all our bits. Let's go ahead and take our linen thread. By the way, if you put in a $50 order, you get a roll of linen thread this week too, which I love. Linen thread is probably honestly my most used embellishment. See if that's long enough. No, let's go this way. I try it off the bolt, but sometimes I have to just give up and just cut it, which I think I'm going to do now for this one. Because it's so versatile. Linen thread is just honestly the best for pretty much everything. So I wound it around twice. And of course, when you're trying to tie in midair, it's always kind of challenging. So with linen thread, I tie a knot first. So I'm going to tuck it under this thread here. And then, whoops, how'd that go? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, let's try this one more time. If it doesn't go the way I want it to, we're just going to just do it the way it wants to go. Usually I don't have any problems at all tying bows or wrapping ribbon, but you know, it's Facebook Live, so. Okay, so what I started to say is I'm going to wrap these two together like this. I'm going to tuck that end under, and then I'm going to tie in a knot first, like so. Hopefully you can see me. And then I find with thread and twine, well, this is not really thread, but they call it linen thread, but it's really twine. it's easiest to tie a knot first before you try and tie your bow. At least for me it is. So, and I think it looks just as nice. You can't really tell there's an added knot there. And then let's go ahead and put that on our card. The other thing I did with a couple of these cards is I did a lot of white frames on these cards. I often just use a white card and then use a colored card base. A colored front, but I use a white card, and this time I used white frame. I made white frames around the DSP. So you saw my first one. I did that same thing here. And then for this one as well. I sometimes think it's just a pretty, it gives a little brightness to the card to add the DSP. The white border on your DSP. Okay. All right. So we're going to put this guy just here. And I haven't looked at your comments. I will check your comments. And if I've missed your greeting or your comment, I always come back and look at my comments and respond. So please do comment. Let me know what you're thinking today about the holiday catalog. If you're thinking about that, and if you're like, I don't know anything about it, but you want to know something about it, just let me know. I'm happy to help you with your crafting supplies or with any crafting questions. If you're a beginner and you're just like, I would like to know more about that, but that looks like it's really complicated. These cards do have a few more steps to them because they incorporate the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But all you need to have fun stamping is stamped paper and ink. I'm just trying to showcase some of the new products today. So I'm showing a lot of stamps and dies and designer series paper for those that are familiar with these products and they'd like to see some of the new products. Okay, that's that so far. It's such a pretty flower. I think it's just so pretty. And then we'll go back to our dimensionals and we're going to anchor these leaves down back here with dimensionals, and then we'll get another one to help make it stable. And then we're just going to kind of go at a little slant here, kind of maybe like that. And then let's take our greeting. This is just a little piece of white cardstock that's 1/2 inches by 2 1/4 inches. So nothing fancy for this. I just cut my white cardstock and I stamped my greeting. I'm going to kind of tuck it under the, whoops, I don't want the dimensional to show. Just going to tuck this end right under my leaf right there so it kind of looks like it's part of the whole design. And there's that. Then let's go back to our beautiful sparkly sequins and let's put a green one on this one. So there you have that. Oh, maybe we need a couple more sparkles. I don't think I did that on my other card, but I think we need more. And you can't overdo the bling. All right, so there we go. There's that card. So here we go. Those two. And then we've got, so far, these are our cards for today. I've got one more. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get the inside in this. So that's the other thing. When I use a white card base, I don't have to put in an extra piece in the middle. But since I use dark card bases for these two cards today, and then I used my white matte for my DSP, then I just put a little piece of 4 by 5 1/4 piece in the middle to write on when I'm ready to send my card. Okay, there's those two. Now, let me grab my last one while you're looking at those two. And then one more little blurb here before we go on to the last one. Let me get this out of the way here. Is I'm using this same stamp set for my Be Creative Club this month. It's a subscription club where you you get your kit in the mail, or if you live locally, you can pick it up or come and stamp in person. This is my Be Creative Club this month. It's $35. If you need shipping, it is $6 more, and you get some DSP, some either ribbon or gems, or sometimes both. And these are my cards for this month. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You have to sign up by the 10th of the month. You're completely in control of your subscription. So you start when you want to and you stop it whenever you want to. And this is the paper I used for these. So, and the gems. So these are the gems. I'll show the paper real quick. This is called Garden Walk. No. There's that side. Oops. 3 more, 4 more, I guess. And then the back sides are just really plain. So you're going to get some of this paper. And then the gems, they're called Blooming Pearls. Now, I say that with the high hopes that that'll all be available when it's time to order. But I do have to just let you know that when when something isn't available, I just do have to substitute whatever I can get, but it's going to have equal value. You'll never get less in value than when you than what you're expecting to see. It's just not wise for me to promise you'll get exactly what you're looking at, because I can't guarantee it, because I have no control over it. You know how that goes. All right, let's go ahead and, I'll show you one more thing. So this is a host code this week, and if you want to get a taco on a sheet, it'll help me go further on my chart. So I've gone from about here to here in about the past few weeks, but I need to get from here to here to earn the trip. Each one of these increments is a 500 points, which is either dollars or team points for teams that some of my team that promotes, then I get some points for that too. But I think I'm mostly going to need to earn it on sales, because I don't think too many of my team are close this time. Usually I have 1 or 2 or more that are close this time of year, but that didn't happen this year. So I'm doing the best I can, and if you would like to, I would love to earn your business as your demonstrator if you don't have one. All right, let's go ahead and do some more fun stamping, and we're going to really make a colorful birthday card. So I feel like we can always use birthday cards. And this birthday card, it would probably be for a lady. It's a little flowery for a guy, but if you know a guy that you give Christmas cards, not Christmas, I can't talk. Someone that likes colorful cards and flowers, well then maybe this is a card for you. I've already done the stamp for this one, and you've already seen me do that once. So I'm going to just grab some other stamps here, and we'll do a little bit more stamping. So for this card, I actually used a designer series paper set that's in the new catalog called Merry, Bold, and Bright. And it's part of a suite of products that has bright tree lights and big, bold bulbs. And then little sparkly lights. It's just really adorable. But we're not making Christmas today. We're making all around cards, all occasion cards with lots of different colors. But that's the paper I'm using. Stampin' Up! Does such a good job of, this is Poppy Parade if I didn't say that. Does such a good job of putting like bold and pretty seasonal patterns on one side, but on the other side, you can almost always use them for different occasions than the side that has the seasonal images on it. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this one. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing your comments. So, there's Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Debbie. So you're coming on. My laptop isn't catching up. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it. So nice to have you on with me today. Okay, so let's grab our base plate. that one's pretty beat up, but oh well. I've got the better one to put on top of it. And then this pretty flower. And then this little guy, this tiny flower. I think that goes like that. There you go. Okay, I might live on the wild side and not tape this down. Well, we'll try. Don't breathe, anybody. Okay, now what I do when I really want to be careful with this to not move it is I put my plate on top and then I just drop it and then I hold it tight. I'm holding it tight with that hand. Up. And I'm not used to doing this sideways, so maybe better tape it. But a lot of times I don't tape it. I just go ahead and get it ready and then put it through without taking the time to tape it. And let's see if we can do better with that. I think this will help. This is the plate number 3 that has a beveled edge. That was an old plate that doesn't have a beveled edge, so I think it would have been okay because I just didn't want to start. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get those die cut, and I think that's all we have. I think everything else is already die cut, so let me get this out of the way. And so I think that's it for, yeah, pretty sure. Okay, let's go ahead and build our card. So I'm going to take this piece of basic white thick, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then this piece of Poppy Parade is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go just on the top like this. Then we're going to take a piece of that designer series paper, if I can find that. Okay, here it is. It's so pretty and bright. I forgot to show that to you, but I'll grab the catalog quick because I can show you the page it's on. I'm going to put the red at the bottom just because it's the darkest color, and I kind of like the weight of a color to be at the bottom, darkest one. Let me build this first, and then I will get out the catalog and show you the page this is on. So this is what I do with vellum circles. So vellum you have to be careful with because it will show through adhesive. So what I'm going to do first, rather than just stick this down here and put adhesive on it where I don't know if it's going to be covered up or not, I'm just going to start with my element here and going to just go ahead and put dimensionals on this. By the way, everybody, I forgot to tell you, there is a whole new group of designer series papers that's going to be an online exclusive. That is an online exclusive. Stampin' Up! Has already put it on the online exclusives on the website. So if you go and use this host code, you can get in and use get some of those new papers. So you see what I did here? I glued on the element to the vellum so that I'm not guessing where the vellum is going to be hidden. Now I'm going to go ahead and uplift this flower too. Just trying to feel on here so I don't put one dimensional on top of another dimensional. Just kind of like this. And then this little guy here. And for that, I think I'll use a mini dimensional just because it's a little bit smaller. And again, I'm going to kind of feel on here for where there isn't a dimensional. And then put my tiny flower down here. And I'm angling all this towards this point of the stem, so that when I put my twine on, we're going to use twine on this too. I've got a stray piece here we're going to use for this one. I'm hoping it kind of looks like all the flowers and stems come down together here, which of course they're not going to actually, but it's all about the idea of it with stamping. Okay, and then with this I'm going to take my mini glue dots. I'm going to stick the bow right on the mini glue dot itself and then pinch it off with my fingers. So I'm pinching the mini glue dot together, and then I'm going to just put this right at the base of this little flower. So you kind of get the illusion of all those flowers being together. And then let's see, let's go, yeah, to the left with this flower. And let me grab some more dimensionals. Where are they? And again, I'm going to turn this over so I don't get, if I put a dimensional out here, you're going to see it through. So I'm hiding it on the back here. Again, I'm kind of feeling for where all the other dimensionals already are, and then trying to avoid putting one on top of one. So there's that. Isn't this just a pretty colorful birthday card? I think it's just really sweet. Not hard to make. There's a few steps, especially the die cutting, but I think it's easy, an easy and sweet card. Now, I did have a label. I guess I still do. So this label is from the Nested Essentials dies. I had to think for a minute. And we're going to just stamp Happy Birthday and Poppy Parade. And trying to make sure this is straight. Now, it's not completely straight, but we're going to go with it. It's homemade, so that's the main thing. While I'm putting my ink away, I'm going to try and click the comments to see if I can see what all you're saying. If you're saying, and I'm not sure the comments are caught up because the video isn't caught up on my iPad, so, or I mean on my laptop. So I'm sure I've missed some. Today's been a day, friends. I mean, it's not only did I not get everything I wanted to on my pre-order, even though I ordered at 4 in the morning, I've had all kinds of wonky internet issues going on. Oh my goodness, this is a day where you just go, well, tomorrow will probably be better. Let's go ahead and then on top of that, some of you have been following me for a while. You know that my husband Steve is job hunting right now. His bank got sold and they didn't have a position for him in the new bank. So today he has a parts 3 and 4 interview with a company here in town that he really likes. So thinking about him today and hoping that that goes really well, and that it'll be something he wants and they'll want him and everything will work out. All right, so let's keep going on here. For this one, I think I'm just going to do a lot of colors on this one. So let's put a little blue dot here, and let's put a green one down here, and another, maybe we'll do a white one down here. And let's go ahead and put 5 on this one. So then let's bring another blue one. I'm going to do a big blue one now. Then let's see, let's go down here where it'll show. And then one more green one. Let's do another green. Small green one. Maybe there. Alrighty, so there's that. I'm going to swipe my screen here and see if I can get your comments to come up, which it doesn't look like I can. Gosh, guys, thanks for being with me. I'm just really sorry I can't see your comments and let you know I'm glad you're watching, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. What's your favorite card today? So do you like the Pebbled Path? We'll call this one Pebbled Path, or Blueberry Bushel, or Poppy Parade, or you can just say 1, 2, or 3. I would love to know which one is your favorite. And now let me click again and see if I can swipe for comments. Cheryl, hi. Liz, yay. Okay, Julie, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Just really appreciate it. Yes, Poppy Parade always photographs so well, Cheryl. It always looks really nice and bright. And, you know, we can never have too much bright in our lives for that matter. Honestly, really. So let me try again. Judy likes Poppy Parade. Thanks, Liz. I'm happy you like them. Again, I just can't get your comments to come up on my laptop, but I am seeing a few of them on my Judy Likes Poppy Parade. I am seeing a few on my iPad, so that's awesome. So I think I have one more thing to show you. Let me look at my... I showed you my taco chart. I showed you my Make It to Mexico chart. Oh, and I talked to you about this, but I didn't show it to you. So this is a new special release of, there's about 4 or 5 new designer series papers that are just going to be in the online exclusive. So if you go to Stamping with Joey, not stampingwithjoey.stampinup.net, that's my website. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you, this is my PDF for this class. So I always do a very detailed PDF. So I give several pictures and all the directions, and then all the ingredients, all the products I use. So this one's already done for today's class, and then I put those in the mail to you. If you order $35 or more, I put those in email to you the beginning of next week. And then if I need to order products, I let you know, and when they come, I make all your cards, supplies, and send them out to you. And then if you don't live locally, it's a little pink and white polka dot pack that they come in, so that when you see that, you know that you've got a little bit of happiness coming your way. All right, my friends, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if I can help you with a new mini catalog or any kind of stamping questions you have. I'm always here to help you in whatever way I can. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye-bye.